Jnana wherein Atma Swarupa is the Dheya is called as Nididhyasana. So here method adopted is certain words from Upanishads are picked up, which one has got unfolded in Shravana teaching. And these words, when you dwell on its import, Purana, not Smarana, not repeating the word, not simply remembering the word, but what import it is capable of conveying in terms of Atma Swarupa, on that you repeatedly dwell. That is what is called as Nididhyasana. This is what is called Shabdanuvidha. Shabda means the words from Upanishad which reveal what Atma Swarupa is. So Nididhyasana actually defined like this in what is called as Vedanta Sara. Vedanta Sara is a standard textbook on Vedanta. It unfolds, defines many terminologies of Vedanta. That is, the Nididhyasana word is defined like this. It says, Vijatiya Dehadi Pratyaya Rahita. One aspect. Vijatiya Dehadi Pratyaya Rahita. Advitiya Vastu, Advitiya Sajatiya Vastu Pratyaya Pravaha. Advitiya Sajatiya Vastu Pratyaya Pravaha is Nididhyasana. This is what is Nididhyasana. What is it? He says, Vijatiya Dehadi Pratyaya Rahita. A Pravaha. What is Pravaha? Flow. A Pravaha is a flow, like river flow, etc. Pravaha. Flow. What type of flow? Wherein these are not there. These pratyayas. What pratyayas mean? Thought, cognition. Which thought, which cognitions are not there? They Vijatiya Dehadi Pratyaya Rahita. Vijatiya means of different species, of different categories, different than God. Atma means Anatma Pratyaya. All thoughts, all cognitions belonging to Anatma. What are they? Dehadi, beginning from body, including entire Drishya Jagat. Beginning from body, including entire Drishya Jagat. So that's Vijatiya Dehadi Pratyaya Rahita. One condition. Second condition, what is the positive thinking? What is the positive Pratyaya? He says, Advitiya Sajatiya Vastu Pratyaya Pravaha. Pratyaya, thought, cognition about similar kind of what? Advitiya Vastu. What is Advitiya Vastu? Atma, Brahma. So that Advitiya Vastu, Sajatiya Vritti Pravaha. So that is Nididhyasana. What does it mean? Repeatedly dwelling in the mind on by pratyaya thought unfolding Atma Swarupa to the exclusion of all dissimilar thoughts pertaining to Dehadi Drishya. That is what is Nididhyasana. Now you can't say, look here, Nididhyasana, what are we doing? Atma Chintana, Swarupa Chintana, is it not? So why that Vijatiya Dehadi Pratyaya Rahityam? Why you want to remove that? Why not? Because you want to think of Atma Brahma. Is it not entire Jagat is Atma Brahma? Sarvam Brahma. Then why you want to exclude? Have you understood? See, Sarvam Brahma. Entire Jagat is Brahma. And you are thinking of Brahma, Atma Brahma. Thinking of Atma Brahma. And why are you eliminating, removing Vijatiya Dehadi Pratyaya? That Vijatiya Dehadi also is what? Brahma. What is that saying? Everything is Brahma. Everything is Brahma. In what sense? In what sense? Jagat, everything is what? Jagat. Jagat is Brahma being. Jagat has no separate existence apart from Brahma. Everything is Brahma is not to give the status of Brahma to Jagat. It is, see, Jagat is vikari or not, changing or not. Everything is Brahma is not a validation of the thing that Jagat is. Everything is vikari, Jagat is Brahma. No. Shankaracharya in Brahma Sutra Bhashya at one place says, Sarvam Brahma iti Samanadhikaranyam. Samanadhikaranyam, the equation. Everything is Brahma. You know what it is meant for? Prapancha pravilapanartham. It is meant for pravilapana, dissolution of prapancha and direct formation of Atma-sarupa, Brahma-sarupa. It is not meant to confer the status of avikari Brahma to vikari Jagat. It only wants to tell what this Jagat has no separate existence apart from Brahma. Just as, see, that snake is Rajju. Snake is Rajju is not to give the status of Rajju to snake. So, the basis of the snake is Rajju. So, what you have to do? You have to get rid of the notion of Sapsarpa and appreciate the Rajju. That's all. You should be careful. You should know all these things. Therefore, Vijatiya Dehadi Pratyaya Rahita means that pravaha of what? Similar type. What is similar type? Advitiya Sajati Vastu Pratyaya Pravaha. But to the total exclusion of Anatma Pratyaya. So that is what is Vijidna. In that context, from Sangha 254 to 263 and more of Nididhyasana, based on Upanishadic word which unfolds Atma-sarupa, Brahma-sarupa was given. So we are saying 259, Asta Vedamana Pasta Lakshana, this was over. That Atma-sarupa, Brahma-sarupa is Asta Vedam, that from which all Veda is gone. What is Veda? Become differences, dualities. All dualities are not there in which. Any cognition of duality means it is not the Swarupa. So therefore, we have to appreciate Atma Swarupa, Brahma Swarupa, unqualified by Drishta, unqualified by Adhyasta Prapancha, because the superimposed Prapancha is not the intrinsic feature of Atma Brahma, but it appears to be there or not. So therefore, we have to cognize Atma Brahma to the exclusion of the superimposed things so that we can appreciate Atma in its unqualified nature. Astavedam, they from all the realities. Anapasta Lakshanam, whose Lakshanam, Swarupa, is not apasta, means not tekta, not given up, which never gives up its nature. Whether you take yourself to be Baddha or whether you discover yourself to be Mukta, Atma Swarupa is the same. It is not different at all. Anapasana, up to here we are saying, now it is Nistaranga Jala Rashi Nishchala. It is Nishchala. Chala means that it is moving. Nishchala means steady, firm. So the illustration means avikari, avikriya, free from change, free from modification. For which an illustration is given. What is that? Like Nistaranga Jalarashi. Jalarashi means ocean, Samudra. Now, what Samudra? Nistaranga, ocean without the wave. Imagine. If ocean is there without the wave, how it will be? Can you use one word for that? Shanta. It is not. Shanta. It is Shanta. Free from wave. So, now this is, here all waves are there. What waves? Vijatiya pratyaya. All Vijatiya pratyaya. All the thought patterns that come in the mind. Nistaranga Jala Rashi Nishchalam. Free from all the changes, free from all vikaras, modifications. It is nothing but homogeneous mass of pure consciousness. So this is the Nitya Muktam. Nitya Muktam. Always free from bondage. Then why bother? If it is always free from bondage, why bother? Atma need not bother. Atma need not struggle to get moksha. Why? It is never Baddha. One who is bound has to struggle. Who is that bound person? Individual Jiva. Individual Jiva has to struggle. See, like this. Now it is now monsoon is approaching. We say sun is covered by the clouds. Clouds pass away. Wind clean, clouds move. Oh, sun is shining. Do we say or not? Sun is covered. Sun is shining. When you say sun is covered, do you mean to say sun was not shining? Do you mean to say really the sun was covered? You imagine yourself to be on the sun without a damage. When you say here sun is covered, you imagine yourself on the sun. Who is covered? No one is covered. But here you say covered. What got covered? Our sight got covered. Our eyes got covered because of screaming of the cloud. So we say covered. But as far as sun is concerned, Nitya uncovered. Nitya anavruta. Never avruta. Like Bondage is for whom the individual, I am bound. When you say I am bound, what is that I am bound? A thought, a writing, antakaranam writing. Who makes you know that? Chaitanya Rupa Atma. Is it covered by that thought? No. It is always free from that. Means, now say, you discovered your Swarupa. I am Muktaha. Even Muktaha also is another part after your discovery. That also is illuminated by who? Chaitanya Rupa Atma. Atma illuminates both bondage and freedom. Itself is free from bondage and freedom. That is called as what? Nitya Mukta. Bondage is for the deluded, ignorant Jiva, not for Atma. Moksha is for the one who is Baddha, bound, not for Atma. Nitya Muktam. Avibhakta Murtiya. Avibhakta means Veda-rahita, free from division. Veda-rahita. Murti means Sharira, Swarupa. Murti means Sharira, not physical body, Swarupa. So that's why one whose Swarupa is free from Veda, free from duality, free from Tripudi. Knower, known, knowing, etc. Tripudis are not there in this. So, that is one meaning of Avibhakta Murti. Or Avibhakta Murti can be Niravayam, part-less. Avayava means limbs, part, Niravayam. So, what are the Avayavas of Atma? This is head of Atma in bondage. This is leg or feet of Atma at Kanyakumari. Is it? That is. This is the right arm of Atma where? In Indian Ocean. This is the left arm of Atma in other things. Hindi Mahasagar. So is it that way? Niravayava, part, both can be Avibhakta, Murti, Yat, whatever is there. Tat Brahma, Tamasi, iti Atmani Bhavaya. Continue.
Ekamev tadaneka karanam karanantara nirasa karanam. Karya-karana-vilakṣanam svayam brahma-tattvam-ati bhavayatmani. Advaya. Ekam eva sat aneka karanam karanantara nirasa karanam karya karana vilakṣanam swayam brahma tattvam ati and iti atmani bhavaya. Again, ekam eva sat aneka karanam karanantara nirasa karanam karya karana vilakṣanam swayam brahma tattvam ati and iti atmani bhavaya.
Ekam eva sat. Ekam eva. That and that alone is, and it is Sat. What is Sat? Trikala Abhadita, which never gets destroyed at any time. So that is Ekam Eva Sat. At the same time, it is Anekanam Karanam, Aneka Karanam, the cause of me. What are those meanings? Kalpita Prapancha, the Jagat that is superimposed, which is manifold in terms of duality of all these things, it is the Karana. In what way it is Karana? It is the Adhisthana, the basis for entire dualistic world, Aneka Karana. Then the question comes, what is the Karana of this? Ekameva Sat. Karanantara Nirasa Karanam, independent of any other cause. Means it doesn't depend on any cause other than itself. What does it mean? For that one word is coming afterwards. Swayam. In the last line is coming. Swayam means what? Swatah Siddham. It is self-existent. Self-existent. So Swatah Siddham, self-existent, not produced by any cause. So that's what it is. Karanantara Nirasa Karanam. So it is a thing, the Karana as Adhisthana of the Jagat, without itself having any cause, independent, Nirapeksha, independent of everything. Are you Nirapeksha? Sapeksha means depending on something. Nirapeksha means independent of everything. Are you so? मॉर्निंग में भी बेटा दूध वाला आया नहीं है, पेपर वाला आया नहीं है, टैप को पानी नहीं है. What all things? Is it not? What all? This is independent of everything. Then say karya karana vilakshanam. Vilakshanam, distinct from karya, means karya prapancha. Karana, the cause of karya prapancha here is maya. So that is karya is jagat, karana is maya. Distinct from, vilakshanam, different from, that is karya rupa jagat and Karana Rupa Maya. Karana Rupa Maya. Vilakshana. Swayam, we have seen this word. Swayam means Swatah-siddha, self-existent. That Brahman you are, so you contemplate in your antarakarana. Continue.
निर्विकल्पकमनल्पमक्षरं यक्षराक्षरविलक्षणं परम् नित्यमव्ययसुखं निरञ्जनं ब्रह्म तत्त्वमधिभावयामनि. यत् निर्विकल्पम अनल्पम अक्षरम क्षराक्षर विलक्षणम परम नित्यम अव्यय सुखम निरंजनम ब्रह्म तत्त्वम अति इति आत्मनि भावय। अगेन यत् निर्विकल्पम अनल्पम अक्षरम क्षराक्षर विलक्षणम परम नित्यम अव्यय सुखम निरंजनम ब्रह्म तत्त्वम अति इति आत्मनि भावय।
That principle, yet, which is nirvikalpakam. Nirvikalpa. Vikalpa is maya karya. Vikalpa is mayika. It is product of maya. Vikalpa means also bheda. Vikalpa has what meaning? Here I will take as bheda, duality. Anything that is dualistic in nature is the product of Maya Shakti. Product of Maya. And this is, in reality, Vikalpa Shunya. While it only provides a basis for Vikalpa, itself is free from this. Just as the Rajju provides a basis for surfer, but itself is free from surfer. So, nirvikalpakam. Analpam. Na alpam. Na alpam. Alpam means not. What is that? This word is alpam. Alpam. Little. Alpam. Alpam means, little means, parichinnam. Parichinnam. Limited. Deshataha, kalataha, vastutaha. That is alpam and alpam. This is analpam. Nalpam, not parichinnam, means aparichinnam. This is the word from Chandogya. It means, for which a different word is there. Bhuma. For what? Bhuma. Bhuma is analpa means aparichinna. Alpe sukham nasti. In whatever that is alpa, parichinna, no sukha. There is no happiness at all. Whatever is analpa, aparichinna, is nothing but ananda. Bhuma, Bhuma is another place for Brahma. It means limitless. So that is that. So Bhuma. So that is how the analpam. So it is all pervasive, even more pervasive than akasha. So that's why akasha. Analpam. Aksharam. It is akshara, not destructible. So naksharati. It is akshara, that which is not subject to destruction. Further it says, Kshara vilakshana. Different from, distinct from both Kshara and Akshara. This Akshara is different from the earlier Akshara. This Kshara vilakshana is a phrase based on 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Lord Krishna divides the entire creation in 3 categories. Kshara Purusha, Akshara Purusha, and Purushottam. What is Kshara Purusha? Karya Rupa Jagat. Jagat, which is ever changing, ever destructible, is Kshara Purusha. Akshara Purusha is Maya Shakti, not the indestructible Brahma here. Here, Akshara word is used for what? Brahma. Avinashi Brahma is called by word Akshara. But here in this context, Akshara means Maya Shakti. Why? Even relatively Akshara is indestructible. Even if Jagat gets dissolved, Prapancha Vilay is there, Maya Shakti is there. It is not destructible. Jagat comes, goes, comes, goes. Maya Shakti is there. Maya Shakti will go only in the Brahmajnana. So therefore, compared to ever destructible Jagat, that which is relatively indestructible, that Maya Shakti is called Akshara. Kshara Vilakshana is different from Karya Rupa Jagat, and its Maya Karma, Maya Shakti. So that is it. So that is how Bhavima Purusha Kshara Akshara Evata Kshara Sarvani Bhutani Kutastokshara. That Kutastokshara is for Maya. Uttama Purushatmanya. He is Uttama, Paramatma, and that is what told us Akshara earlier. See, yes, Akshara first Akshara means what? Indestructible Brahma. Second Akshara is Maya. Otherwise, after little exposure to Vedanta, you know Akshara means Brahma. And you come across 50 chapters of Bhagavad Gita. ये क्या कर बड़ा है? इस अक्षर का भी बाप थोड़ा दूसरा कोई then I used to study on my own before this doubt was, how is it possible? Akshara is Brahma and superior to Akshara, what it can be there? How is it possible? So that is not that. So, Akshara Param means Sarvokrishna, that which is most exalted, most independent. Param. Nityam, Nitya. Because it is Akshara indestructible, therefore it is Nitya. Or in Upanishad there is a phrase, Nityo Nityana. Among those which last long relatively, this is still. For example, living beings, they are born, they die. But not that it lasts longer. Water lasts longer. Fire lasts longer. Is it not? These are called relatively Nitya. Nityaha Nityana. Even though they are relatively Nitya, they have a destruction at one time. This is totally indestructible. That way also Nitya. Avyaya Sukham. Avyaya Sukham. Ananda. What type of Ananda? Avyaya. Your Ananda. Avyaya means what? Indestructible. Your Ananda. Vaya or Avyaya? By the time your face was moving, telling I am happy, it became Avyaya. Is it not? Right? Kadachit Sukha. Not Avyaya Sukha. Kadachit Sukha. At times, if planets are all, if Navagrahas are all right, at times happy. Otherwise, always lost faith. So that's why, no. Avyaya Sukham. Akhanda Sukharupam. It is Akhanda Sukharupam. Avyaya Sukham. Niranjanam. Niranjanam. Tamashunya. free from ajnana. That it is free from ajnana. So, look here, Atma doesn't have ajnana. Your buddhi has got ajnana. It is a product of ajnana and it has got ajnana. That is the problem. Atma has no problem of bondage, no problem of ajnana, no problem of jagat. It always in its own glory, swa mahimni. It is its own swarup. Niranjanam, that is ajnana rahitam, yat brahma, tat tvam asi iti atmani bhavaya. That Brahma is you, so you do nididhyasana, so you do contemplation. Continue.
Yat vibhati tadanekatha brahma nama rupa guna vikriyatmana. Svayamavikriyam kada brahma tattvamati bhavayatmani. Advaya. Yat Sat Brahma, last line, first word. Yat Sat Brahma Swayam, third line, Swayam Swayam Sada Avikriyam Brahma Anekada Nama Rupa Guna Vikriyatmana. Vibhati hemavat tat tvam asi iti atmani bhavaya. Again, yat sat brahma swayam sada avikriyam अनेकदा नाम रूप गुण विक्रियात्मना विभाति हेमवत् तत्त्वं असि इति आत्मनि भावय.
Let us take the illustration first. Hemavat, like gold. Gold is one, but appears as many ornaments. Is it not? Bangles, necklace, a ring, and all ancient whatever. Varieties of ornaments. But gold is one. So, you may say all these are different ornaments, but truth is what? Gold. Truth is gold. Like that, this Brahma, which is one, but appears as many. On account of what? Brahma. What is Brahma? Error. Delusion. What is that delusion? Identifying with the embodiment and taking to it that all the activities and changes in the embodiment belonging to me. See, Atma is avikriya. Why avikriya? Nirupadika. So, upadhi, sakriya or avikriya? Sakriya. So, in upadhi, from gross body onwards up to ahankara, all the time changes, vikaras are there around. Whom should they belong to? Upadhi. Brahma. Because of error, they are mistaken as what? Belonging to me, who is really avikriya. So that's why I say, Yat Sat, that Brahma, Sat Brahma, which is all the time saying without any distraction, change Brahma, it is Swayam Sada Avikriya, itself always changeless, Vikara Rahita. Why Vikara Rahita? Swarupa is like that. Its Swarupa is like that. And that is why it is indestructible. If it has Savikara, anything that changes is subject to destruction. So no, Adhika Nirvikari. Sada Avikriyam. What happens? Brahma. We have said what is the Brahma? Ignorance of oneself and consequent identification with the Upadhi. Brahma. Nama, Rupa, Guna, Vikriyatmana, Anekada Vibhati. Anekada Vibhati appears to be manifold. How? In terms of Nama, name, word, Rupa, form, its meaning, Rupa, Guna, all the features, Vikriya, changes in terms of this Anekada Vibhati. This really Vikriya belongs to whom? Upati. But Brahma, due to erroneous identification born of ignorance, it appears to be so. How? For which illustration is given? Hemavat. Like gold appearing as though many ornaments. Really what is that is what? Gold. What is that is only gold. But it has got different names, different forms. You can't call the bangles as a necklace. You can't wear bangles like it. If you have to wear a bangle like a necklace, you have to bring some contraction machine. Contract the head. pull the head from the bangle as well. So it cannot be done as a. Nor can you wear a necklace as bangle. Somebody will be waiting then. Hey, kabhi girega, and I will pick it up. So that's the lesson. So you can't do that. So different names are there, different forms are there, different utilities are there. But it is only one goal. So Hemavat Tat Brahma Samati iti Atmani Bhavaya. Continue.
यच्चकास्य न परं परापरं प्रत्यगेकरसमात्मलक्षणम् सत्यचित्सुखमनन्तमव्ययं ब्रह्मतत्त्वमसि भावयात्मनि Note the sandhi yat chakasti anaparam. Sandhi is yat chakasti anaparam. Now anvaya yat anaparam paraparam satyak ekaratatma lakshanam सत्यचित् सुखमनन्तमव्ययम् ब्रह्म चकास्ति तत् त्वम् असि इति आत्मनि भावय. Again, यत् अनपरं परात्परं प्रत्यगेकसमात्मलक्षणं सत्यचित्सुखमनन्तमव्ययं ब्रह्म चकास्ति तत् त्वम् असि इति आत्मनि भावय.
यत् ब्रह्म चकास्ति. Chakasti means shines. Whatever that Brahma shines. What type of Brahma? All that is described. And that Brahma is me, so you do Nidhyasana. Brahma. What is that? Anaparam. Which has no param. Param here means karyam. That Brahma which has no karya. Karya means effect. Jagat. Is it? Brahma has no effect. Karya. How do you say? Brahma is Karya of Karya Rupa Jagat. Not Vastuta. It is not really. You can't say snake is the effect produced by rope. You can't say. If that were the case, they would have caught all the snakes and kept here and put them. No, is it? No. It is not Vastu Bhuta Karya. Not real karya. For example, milk becoming curd, seed becoming sprout. Not like that. Once like a rope appearing as snake. Really speaking, rope is not a cause for the snake. In this sense, the rope has not become the snake. So that's why. So the anaparam means that which has no karya in reality, which has no karya from itself. Paratparam. Param, you exalted. Then Param. Who is that Param? Hiranyagarbha. Parati Dhru Hiranyagarbha Param. That exalted Hiranyagarbha, even superior to that Param. Pratyek eka rasam. Rasam. Which rasam? Ananda Swarupam. Not your Sambha rasam. So, Ananda Swarupam. So, Ananda Swarupam. What Ananda Swarupam is? Pratyek eka means Jiva Abhinna Sarvantara. Identical with the Jiva Swarupa Sarvantara, innermost. Pratyek means Annamaya Kosha, Pranamaya Kosha, Manomaya Kosha, Vijnanamaya Kosha, Anandamaya Kosha taken as Atma. But the basis is called as Pratyek Atma. Have you heard this word, Pratyek Chaitanya? Pratyek Chaitanya. You know what it is? I really wonder how many know the real meaning of that. Chetanam Chitta Riktam hi Pratyek Chetanam Uchyate. Chetanam. What is that? Chitta Riktam. Chaitanya, totally free from Chitta, Antakarana, mind. That is Pratyek Chetanam. Nirmanam Kapabhavantu. It is free from mind. No tatra kalanamalaha. There is no this mala, impurity of kalana. Kalana means cognition of Dishya Rupa Jagat. Pratyekatma. What do you mean by Pratyekatma? This word is frequently used. प्रत्येगात्मा, प्रत्येक चैतन्य, प्रत्येक स्वरूप, चेतनम चित्तरिक्तम ही प्रत्येक चेतन मुच्यते। निर्मनस्क स्वभावं तु न तत्र कलना। चैतन्य, विद चैतन्य, unqualified Chaitanya, free from all that is unjust, that is Pratyek Chaitanya. Remember here, Pratyek Ekarasam. So that is the entity. Then at the same time, Atma Lakshanam. It is Atma Lakshanam. It is defined as what? Atma. What is Atma? Atma has a definition. What is that? In Linga Purana, the definition of Atma is given, which is quoted by Bhashyakara in Kathopadishad Bhashya. Says, Atma is defined like this. Yaccha Atmati Yad Adatte Yaccha Atti Vishayam Iha Yaccha Asya Santataha Bhavaha Tasmat Atma Prakirtitah. Yaccha Atmati, here Yat word, it means Yasmat, because. Yasmat Apnoti means Vyapnoti, because it pervades everything, therefore it is called Atma. So one definition, Apnoti is Atma, that which pervades everything is what? Atma. Yat Adatte, that which withdraws entire Jagat unto itself. So that's called Adatte means Samharati, withdraws. Where? Says Swasmin Sarvam Jagat, that is Samharati in Pralaya, that which withdraws unto itself entire Jagat. Adatte Samharati iti Atma. Yaccha, Yasma, Iha, in this word, Vishayam Atti, one who undergoes the bhoga experiences of Vishaya in terms of Sukha and Dukkha. So that's why it is called what? Atma. Yaccha Asya Santataha Bhava. Yasma, it is Santata. Santata means Nirantara, unbroken, Aparichinna. So that's why Santataha Bhava. Tasmat Atma Prakirtitah. Therefore it is called that Atma Lakshanam itself is Satya Chit Sukham. Satya, Sat-Swarupa, never destructible. Chit, the very knowledge principle. Sukham, not Vishaya Sukham, Ananda Swarupa Sukham. Anantam, Aparichinam, Avyayam, no vayam, no waning, etc. That Brahma you are so contemplate in your mind. In this manner, in these 10 verses, a guideline is given to contemplate on one's own Swarupa with the help of the words from the Upanishad, which reveal, which unfold what Atma Brahma is. Atma Brahma is. The next stanza, he concludes that like this, you do the Nididhyasana.
Desoyam Shobhaya दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः